Hi guys, so today I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a late update to my Pan That palette. I know I was late last month and I'm late this month, but I have exciting news, so I think that'll make up for it. So if you have not been following my journey this year, I am panning the Tarte Maneater palette. So this is a 9-pan eyeshadow palette from Tarte. I've panned other shadows from Tarte. They are very packed and pigmented. Like, it takes a while to get through them, but I absolutely love this. I would definitely recommend this palette. I probably will repurchase it actually. So anyway, let's just go ahead and dive into my progress. So this is where I'm at. So I do have one new pan in here. If you didn't notice, it's in this middle shade called Purr, which is my transition shade. So there's a little speck of pan in there right in the center. Hopefully you can see it. I was so excited to finally hit pan on that shade. This has been my crease and transition shade every single day since the beginning of the year, and I finally hit pan. I actually just traveled for work for the first time since March. I was in Arizona when I hit pan on this, so that was pretty exciting as well, getting ready in the hotel room and seeing that little shiny bit come through. So otherwise, I feel pretty good with the palette itself. So let's just do a recap. I finished up this matte white shade called Meow last time, so I've had one full month without it. The shade Passion right here is like a peachy kind of cream shade, and it's a matte, and I've been mixing this kind of with some of the matte shades and help blend things out. I am trying to be a little conservative with that shadow. I certainly could use this to set my primer every day and whip through it, but I'm trying to kind of hold off, and then probably November, December, I'll go hard just to get through it. But I don't want to go through it too fast because I'm really enjoying using it to help blend my other shadows. And then I have two shimmery shades in here. So Foxy's up here, it's more of a darker gold. And then I have Lace, which is a champagne shade. These have been great. These have been my lid shades most of the time. Right now I'm kind of mixing the two and putting a little bit extra of that champagne shade called Lace on the inner corner just to really kind of brighten that section. But that is going well. I definitely see these two pans growing. I know that like Lace especially, it was today I was getting ready for this video and I was like, wow, like that's a lot of pan. But I'm okay with it, obviously. So Foxy as well, I feel like is growing up here. So the other shade that I'm using consistently in here that has some progress is the black called Catcall. I use this as an eyeliner, so I use a flat brush I got from e.l.f. years ago. It's just the flat liner brush. I get it wet with my setting spray and I go in here and kind of make like a, I don't know, like a wet eyeliner, maybe like close to a gel eyeliner, I don't know, but I just dig in and go for it. So I have not hit pan on this black shade yet, but I do think that this is coming eventually. I mean, I obviously focus my brush in one spot, so I think it's just the combination of focusing in one spot and using it wet that's kind of making it a little bit difficult to get through. But I'm really enjoying that kind of technique and look. It's working well for me. I also use this shade Saucy right here. Believe it or not, I use this every frickin' day, but you can't tell. There's like literally no dip. You can still see the word Tarte there. So that is a super pigmented shadow, and I use a fluffy, like a smaller fluffy brush. This one's a little bit smaller on the top, and I seriously just go pounce, pounce, tap, and go in, and it's plenty for me. So I am obviously very fair skinned, that a lot of these darker matte shades really, especially if they're pigmented, I need the littlest amount to make kind of a nice blended look that I go for. I'm a neutral lover, and I don't do anything too bold, so I do not think I'll hit pan on that by the end of the year, but I am using it, so whatever. These two shades down here, Hypnotic, and then this brown which is called Midnight, which I don't understand why brown would be called Midnight, but whatever. These two I don't really use. So this burgundy shade that's shimmery looks so beautiful in the pan, but it absolutely does not translate on my lid. Like, I have tried everything and it just looks muddy and like a matte brown. It's the weirdest thing. So I kind of gave up on that shadow a while ago. I don't even like it on the lower lash line, and that's okay. Like for me, I can recognize that in a generic palette that this is sold to how many people. For me and my personal preference, I might not use every single shade. So for me, this little corner down here is kind of not in this project. I mean, it's here, I can use them if I want, but I'm not really focusing on it. So of the shadows that I'm still, focusing on, the black one is the only one I don't have pan in yet. So I'm certainly looking to make that goal. And I would like to finish up Passion by the end of the year, like we kind of talked about before. Everything else in here, I just want to use as much as I can of. If I don't finish the shimmers all the way up, if I don't finish this transition shade all the way up, that's okay with me. The kind of point of this for me is really to just use what I naturally feel like using. I'm kind of done with the phase of life of forcing myself to finish things up just to finish things up. I used to be an intense project panner back in the day where I was miserable using some of the products that I picked, but I wanted to use them up because pan porn and things like that. But I'm kind of past that season of my life, so that is something that, it's a goal, of course, to use as much as I can and finish shadows, but if it doesn't happen for all of these, I'll be okay. So this is my update. I'll just give you another last look at this. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know how your projects are going down below. I'm certainly curious to know if you're seeing more progress or not, but that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.